guys, my sincere apologies to the blue friends in the group, and I myself have been a loyal fan of Makita for a long time. But when I saw the price for a Makita Scarifier, I just couldn't justify it, unfortunately. And so Ryobi's got a little bit of a convert here in their new Ryobi 36 volt Scarifier, brushless motor. Happened to actually pick up a little second-hander over there and was lucky enough to get that with a few different batteries. So I thought this is a nice way to add to the collection, maybe try out having an electric mower for a little while, and yeah, just see how it goes. The other thing too, I thought I picked this up for $5.49, I think, from Bunnings. I was looking at a 2-day rental for a petrol Scarifier, and that was going to run me around $400. So dad math kind of came in $5.49 minus $400, $149 for the Scarifier. Use it across 2 seasons, $75 a season. Perfect, pretty much. It's actually free. I'm actually making money by using it. Ryobi effectively giving these away when you compare it to all the other options out there. Plus, if you look on Facebook Marketplace, people are pyramid scheming these and renting them out for $25 or $50 a day. So maybe if you're in my local area, you might be able to come and borrow mine for $50, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, let's unbox it, see what's in the kit. We'll give it a tiny little go. It's getting a bit late here and the lawn's not actually ready for the reno anyway, but let's have a bit of a look of what you get when you grab one of these and see if it's worth it. All right, let's hook in and have a bit of a look. So this has been on, probably been thinking about this for maybe 2 odd years or so. At a minimum. It's funny how you just have these things in your mind as to what you'd like to get for the lawn. And I think scarifying is one of the tricky ones because you kind of look at your lawn and you're like, oh, does it really need it? And then you look at the price and you're like, oh, I can't really justify grabbing one. So fair enough if you've been thinking about it and haven't bought it yet. Instruction manual. All right, big catcher. Look at that thing. So similar to the electric mower, soft catcher. That's pretty nice. I was missing the middle part that we had unboxed, so makes sense why I wasn't liking it. It's funny, people who write the instruction manuals must get annoyed at people like me who refuse to read them and just like to wing it. That's okay. All right. So got the battery in. No idea what to expect. Thinking I don't really mind what happens to the lawn. Let's just see what happens when you turn it on and go. So like this kind of grass, it's just thick, but also needs that kind of aeration. I think a coring is going to really help the lawn this season, but there are a few thatchy points. There's also this recurrent sort of dead grass that sits over here, so you can kind of pull it up and see. So thinking was this will assist that. We'll just see. So to operate 2 handles, and then picking up bits here. Have a bit of a look in there. You can kind of see the dead grass is that white sort of stuff that's getting picked up. It's also going to, of course, take, I mean, at the moment, because the lawn hasn't been scalped, you know, there's kind of that fresh stuff on top. But if we get over and have a bit of a look at the actual grass, so it's not cutting out, this is on the highest setting, it's not cutting out the runners or anything like that, but we're trying to remove this kind of thatchy type dead layer that sits there, and I really think it's already starting to do that. Let's go to a bit where I know it feels more thatchy. So over here, often when you look at your lawn, you'll notice it feels spongy underfoot. That's kind of a good sign of a bit of a thatch build up. So if we look, like, there's a good example of some dead grass. Let's give that a good go, see what kind of comes from it. Very much there, and I'd say that that's kind of because the lawn's not scalped. So I dropped it down a layer there. You can actually feel that difference as it firms up. So all the runners are still, it's not taking out the runners. If I put it onto the 0 setting, I think it would, right? Like it would just tear up the grass. We could try that on a bit of bad lawn that I might have. But that's definitely clearing out, and even just from that next pass there, fair amount kind of going into the catch up, and you can see the dead stuff that's getting picked up with that too, so that's exciting. I mean, you see people filling bins on bins on bins, and you can imagine why. impressed with that, to be honest. Alright, make sure it's on high setting. Might give it a run over. All right, get a look. That is just from those little passes on the highest setting. So I am curious, right? Like, what are we picking up? At the moment, the lawn's not kind of on for that reno. It's just being mown at, you know, normal height. Aiming to do a reno within the next fortnight. We're down here on the Illawarra. But we are getting all that white stuff is that dead sort of thatchy layer. I'm curious. Maybe I'll come back to you in 4 days and the lawn's dead. But trial and error, you know, trial by fire. Let's just see how it goes. So that is the Ryobi 36 volt brushless dethatcher. Stay tuned, we're going to give it a full crack on a full reno in a couple of weeks. I'll have that on the channel. So yeah, the full lawn is buffalo and, you know, mixed with a bit of kikuyu and things like that. But you know, front lawn's in way worse condition. We've just been spraying out some weeds. So I'm really curious if we can get this on it, do a really good aeration. That, unfortunately, they don't sell a Ryobi version 4, so we're going to be paying 2 times higher rates for that. But, you know, do a really good aeration. We'll see how the season sets up as we come into October. So, yeah, stay tuned. Give me your thoughts. Let me know if I killed my lawn. That would be much appreciated. Otherwise, we'll see if it's gone in the next day or two, or if we've maybe cracked the system and got ourselves a good tool here that we can use for future season. So, thanks for tuning in. Talk to you later. Melbourne.